And I now realize that my mic isn't on. Sorry. If I can disable my mic in game, it would be much appreciated. There we go. Push to talk is now on, so my mic isn't used in the in-game chat. Sorry for my mic not being on. That's a mistake from me. But we have 2 minutes left, and Colin has set the fastest times at a 1:42.8. FX on intermediates now will probably be faster than Colin because he was faster than Colin on the wets. But we'll see if Colin can increase going to bits, so he will not increase time. I think he's impressed by himself, maybe by that lap getting into first at the moment. But we may see other drivers getting ahead of him. Maestro is still on wets, which is quite. And we have Diglett at setting 1:41.5. That's a good lap from him. That's more than 1 second faster than Colin. But we will probably see other drivers being faster. We have Swanee soon enough over the line. He's gonna put in a 1:40.6, which is currently the fastest lap during this session. And we have 1 minute left. People who are on the out laps will have 1 lap to make it work. So Swanee has retired, and he is really happy with that time. Nico goes up to third at the 1:42. At the 1:42. That's really good. That's good by Nico. And we have Hyper up at first at the 1:41.8. He's looking good for this. He's looking good for the start. But we may see other drivers getting ahead of him. Mainly if Hidden and Bazooka. And what's this? T-Funky may have lost grip, and Hyper, it looks like Hyper has gone into him. Colin is now over the line, or not over the line, he's into the pits, so that's why he's finished. But we have FX going fast during Maggots and Beckett. Or is it Maggots and Beckett? No, it's not Maggots and Beckett, sorry, my fault. And Diglett puts in the fast lap at the 1:40.1. He's probably happy with that time. Hyper retires at the 1:41.8. That should 1:42 to 1:41 should be a good midfield time. Black will finish this race qualifying at the 1:45.4. TJ goes up to second, and we have Bazooka going on line and with the fastest time, breaking 1:40 at the 1:39.5. But I think Dale will still be quite happy with his second position at the moment. But will Hidden get over the line and get first or maybe second? He will probably get on the top row, and he gets second place, just 141 pounds of a second below Bazooka, which is good. It's a good performance from Hidden. We may see other drivers getting across the line soon enough. They only have 1 driver left to go across the line, that's PJ Killer. And here we have it. Qualifying is now over. I'm so sorry, PJ Killer involved, but I'm so sorry for my mic being on. I totally forgot. But we will probably have a good comedy session during during the race. So we have Bazooka Joe in first, Hidden in second, Diglett in third, TJ in fourth, Swanee in fifth, Diablo in sixth, Hyper in seventh with a penalty of 5 seconds, Ross Nico in eighth, T Funky in ninth, Dead in 10th, Colin in 11th, Ryder in 12th, Mayo Man in 13th, Blackwell in 14th, Maestro in 15th, and Jacob at the bottom in 16th place with no time. I'm hoping to see seeing if this race could maybe include some crashes, but I'm mostly looking in the midfields for some fights. So we will be going onto the. See here, we will be going onto the formation lap soon enough. But I am looking at both Hidden and the Bazooka to have a good session today. So we're off onto the formation lap. People, because we're racing in the wet, people will probably try to get more tire increasing the tire temperature so we will have more grip, and maybe disperse some more water so the line will become drier. So we may go on to intermediates. But I mean, as I said, I'm mainly looking to Bazooka and Hidden to have a good fight. The midfield from Diablo to Colin seems like it seems like the midfield from Diablo to Colin should give us a nice fight throughout the race. But we never know. Maybe the bottom drivers could get first, which would be really, which would give them, and I can't speak English, which would be very lucky on their side. But if that is going to happen, there will probably be a couple crashes with a couple safety cars during this race. But it's hard to tell if we will get any good fighter in this race. But we will soon enough be onto the grid. Some drivers bumped into each other and got ready from the formation lap. Bazooka will plotting in first, but second Hidden, Diglett in third, TJ in fourth, Swanee in fifth, and so on. But here we go. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And now we're off for the first round of the second season in the Rising Phoenix Racing League. We have people increasing and losing positions during the start. I can't speak English, which is really good. We have Bazooka and Hidden very close down the main straight. Swanee is also close to Hidden. He may be looking to getting past Hidden during Megas and Beckett's probably, but he will probably try it during the second DRS zone, but they won't have DRS because it's first lap, and they will get it on the third lap. Going quite wide, he'll be losing time, no, increasing time on Hidden, but he may increase. It goes. I don't really know what to say. All these drivers are having some trouble in the wet, and Hidden is increasing his time on Swanee. We have Ryder at an position change of +4, which has been very good by him because it was quite slow during the qualifying. We have Colin quite close to Ryder, and Colin goes past both. Wait, Colin goes past Mayo, Nico, and Ryder. Masuka just is the first lap of 142, 149.1. Will anyone beat the first lap time? I don't know. And Hyper gets past Dead, but then Dead is passed again. And Dead slides through the second corner, or first corner I mean, and gets... and is now 6 positions down. Blackwell did okay, good enough overtake on Hyper, and is now up to 12. Racing Maestro, Buttonback did also spin in one of the corners, now down to 16. Jacob, as retired, is spun in the first corner. Hidden at around half a second close, half a second to Bazooka. He's decreasing his time to Bazooka, getting closer, but Bazooka is keeping his distance during Maggots and Beckett. I want to know if this... okay, so he won't have DRS, I just remember because it's a wet race, it's not my fault. Hyper with physical and time penalty due to multiple warnings, probably due to... let's see here, cutting corners. The main fight right now is with Hidden and maybe TJ plus Dead onto Maestro. Rosberg is quite close to T-Funky. Will they get past T-Funky during the start-finish straight? No, T-Funky is increasing time on Rosberg, but it's increasing time to Mayo Man. Mayo Man goes quite wide during all these corners. Maybe he doesn't have the best grip in the wet. It slides, it goes wide and slides a little bit more. T-Funky is close now. Maybe will he get past Mayo Man during the main straight? We'll see. He gets. Does he get slipstream? No, he doesn't get good enough slipstream to get past Mayo Man. It would have been really nice or really handy if there was DRS. But since it's a wet race, that is not gonna happen. Mayo Man is going quite wide in all the corners, doesn't have the best grip. But we have Swanee at the point 1 to Hidden. Maybe he'll get past Hidden during the back straight. And we have a yellow flag in sector 1. That's Button spinning out again. This has not been a great race for Button and Dead. But I mainly want to see if these drivers can cope with the wet conditions and get some nice positions at the end of the race. TJ looks up, and therefore he will not have the best time decrease to the Diglett. Bazooka is the fast lap at 145.9. It's really not good by Hidden. People are having some trouble in the wet here, going wide on the lines. They're going very wide. Will TJ get close enough to get him during the main straight? We'll see. He gets a good exit. He will get a slipstream, but will he get past Diglett? Is he gonna dive it on the inside? No, he won't. We have sector 1, Sony sector 1 spinning again. Oh, I have no idea who. Probably Mason Maestro. We have a yellow anyways. The main battles right now is between TJ and Diglett and the top 3 drivers. Hyper is also quite close to Ryder. But if Sonic can get past Hidden, he will have the second place of the season. But this race is not the most important one. The most important race is probably in the middle, where the championship decider is going to be between the drivers. TJ was under at 4 seconds to Diglett. TJ is faster than Diglett during the... No, it wasn't. Sorry. But he's blocking up a lot throughout these corners, and he's recruiting Tyler and both losing time. So I want to see what this guy can do. And TJ has to brake hard to not get tangled up with Diglett. Ryder getting the second time penalty for multiple warnings. This will maybe get them banned, but will decrease their position further if it happens, or happens more, I guess. Diglett is faster, is increased in time on TJ. Brisbogas is not the quickest on the gear shifts, and is locking up a little bit. But the top 3 are quite close. Will Swanee get a good lap on the back straight? Good exit to the back straight. Hidden is far enough for Swanee not to get past, but he may outbrake him during the main straight. I wonder if anyone can put in a better time right now. And we have Hyper close to Ryder. Will he increase his position? I don't know. They're both having a little bit of trouble in the way. Ryder is tied to the corner. Hyper has a really good exit. He just flipped. No, not flipped. He tapped Ryder, and he now has. Yeah, Hyper letting him go past because that overtake was not sportsman. But Ryder goes wide. Hyper doesn't want to get past. I don't know why. But the top 3 drivers are looking very close. They're all under 1 second to Bazooka. I think this race would be so much more fun to watch if there was DRS involved. But will Swanee get close enough to Hidden in the end to maybe increase his position up to second? TJ really close to Diglett. Will he lock up again? And increased time on Diglett. He locks up, but Diglett also goes wide. We have Swanee at 145.5. That's the fastest lap of this session. It's a good race. That's a good one from Swanee. It doesn't seem like TJ will get past Diglett. More because it is locking up throughout the corners. But we will be watching the top 3 drivers right now. See if Swanee can get past or if Hidden can decrease his time onto Bazooka. And TJ finally gets past Diglett. Finally made it, but will Diglett get back onto TJ? I don't think so, because he's increasing time to TJ. I mean, FX getting a quite good slipstream to Hidden. No, Bazooka. I mean, he's right now at 1.4 to Bazooka. Will he get him during the start-finish straight? We'll just have to wait and see. He has a good slipstream, bringing it past, and we have FX Hidden with the fastest lap of the session at a 155.4. Which is really good by Hidden. It just shows that he is faster than Bazooka. That also shows in the times, and he has a okay slipstream during the main straight, but he will not get past. Bazooka will probably have to do some defending soon enough. Is Hidden faster throughout Magnussen Beckett's? We'll see. He is actually decreasing his time onto Bazooka to 1.3 at the moment, but Bazooka is a little bit better at braking. But Hidden is now really close to Bazooka. Will he get the slipstream to get past Bazooka during the back straight? He's increasing his time. He's gonna go on the outside, or try to, but it doesn't make a dive bomb, but he gets a really good exit from the corner. Will he make a dive bomb to the inside? Bazooka is defending the inside. They're nearly side by side through the corner. Hidden gets a really good exit. Bazooka has to give him the room. They tap during the exit of the corner. Bazooka gets pushed out by Hidden. They are trying to side by side, but Hidden gets past. He gets the first position. Bazooka is gonna try to dive bomb, but Hidden is fast enough to get past him. It was a really good fight between Hidden and Bazooka. I will gladly be seeing more of that throughout the race. But will Bazooka get a good enough slipstream during the back straight, or will Hidden be slow enough during these corners to make Bazooka fast, which will make Bazooka faster than him? Hidden gets a good enough exit to shoot away from Bazooka. This car still has a lot of dirty air coming from them. We have a yellow flag in sector 1. I do not know. race control sign. Swanee has a 3-second time penalty, a multiple warning. We have a lot of penalties right now coming from so many drivers. I think it's probably due to them cutting corners. But I wonder if people will be having pit stops. I think the pit stops will be going out during lap, late laps like lap 18 or around those laps. But the top fight for the first and second place are, in my opinion, the most fun to watch. We have Nico quite close to Mayo Man, and we have Bazooka with his second time penalty. This race doesn't seem to going well. And I also have Racing Maestro, this time with 5-second penalty, and we're dead with 3-second penalty as well. Because you have stop cutting corners, it's not good for your lap time. Good for lap time, but not race time, I mean. Nico looking a bit faster than Mayo Man. Will he get the good enough slipstream to traction? Not out traction. Outspeed, I guess. Mayo Man during the straight. He will not. He will be going up to the top 3 fight again. Blackwell has gotten a penalty. Well, Hilden with pass level 145.1. That's really nice by Hilden. It just shows even more that he's faster than Bazooka. But I think we're having some good fights down in the low midfield, I'd say, between Mayo Man, Nico, and Blackwell. Nico from Canada doesn't have the best ping, so that may make it harder for him to get past Mayo Man, because he can't really expect where the race drivers are gonna be because of the ping. But I mainly think that this race will be so much fun to watch, more fun to watch if there was DRS involved. But they also have to race a more traditional way by using slipstream. But we can see that Nico is a little bit faster during the straights than Mayo Man. He's decreasing his time to Mayo Man, but I think that Mayo Man is far enough away to not needing to defend at the moment, but he will probably have to defend soon enough. There's another yellow. Oh, I didn't see, but Mayo Man slides through the corner and slides over the grass. Nico gets past him during Beckett. That's a really unfortunate mistake from Mayo Man, and Blackwell also gets passed. Mayo Man, you should be more careful next time. They all pretty much go wide. Button's back. Button gets a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. And Mayo Man doesn't break in time and slides through the corner. There's no hope for you now, Mayo Man, to get up to Blackwell and Nico unless they make atrocious mistakes throughout the corners coming out. We have Button with another 10-second time penalty. You will not be looking good later, but Yeah, I think he will still get 15th. Because both Dead and Jacob has retired. Now there is left decision. The main battle right now is between Bazooka and Swanee. Is Swanee fast enough to get past Bazooka? FX Hidden is certainly faster than Bazooka because Bazooka is around 3 seconds behind him. But I want to see if Swanee can beat Bazooka. They're at, according to multiplayer level, at a different skill level. But Swanee seems to be keeping up with Bazooka at the moment. With Digger with 5-second penalty. These penalties will not be good for the end result of this race. TJ also gets a 3-second penalty. What is happening with all these penalties? We have T-Funky, Butsback and T-Funky in the pits. And the same for Diablo. They're going on to Inters. It seems like Inters is the way to go at the moment. Because Diablo has pit. But will he actually be faster, or will he slide more and have a harder time braking? It seems that it's a little bit easier for him to control the car now because he has more grip. He has a higher contact patch to the circuit. The only ones who made stop right now are Diablo, Ryder and Button. I think T-Funky got a drive-through penalty because of an earlier mistake, or early penalty, I'd say. The bottom drivers are almost half a lap behind the leader of Hidden. So Bazooka is the first time of 154. I must have taken with another 5-second penalty. If this the end result, which will be very fun. It will be very fun to see what the end results will be because of high amount of penalties. So we have been quite hyper increasing the position from Nico. The Hidden also gets the 3-second penalty. Come on guys, have stop getting penalties. Yeah, Nico has made a stop. Hyper increasing the position by 1. Pretty much everyone has to stop before this race becomes interesting, I'd say. Yellow in sector 2. Ryder is has now DNF'd from the session. I mean, I want to look at Swanee is to see if he can get behind Bazooka. It seems that he is probably a little bit faster than some sections of the circuit or track. but it seems that Swanee is having a hard time decreasing his time to Bazooka. We had a high production value during the during qualifying when my mic wasn't on. I'm so sorry. Still. So I just wanted a very second time penalty. As I said earlier, it will be really fun to see what the outcome of all these penalties are. Button with another 10-second penalty. He is in 14th, will probably stay there. Yeah, Button has also DNF'd from the session. More and more drivers seem to DNF. And we have Bazooka with quick laps at 144. Was it 144.1? For 144.2. That's almost 1 second quicker than Hidden or Swanee. Is TJ close enough to get Swanee? Currently he's not. Here. Diablo is the only one on intermediates. It doesn't seem that the intermediates are working out for him at the moment. He's now going into the pits again to maybe get onto the wets one more time. Hyper gives a position to Nico because they are both getting past Diablo because of being in the pit. So many people have not yet pitted. I wonder if they're gonna pit in lap 20 then, or not at all. It seems that most drivers will not pit at all, which I find interesting because wets don't normally last. I usually race at my career mode at 25%. Don't judge me. So the tires only like last till the end on the 25% races. But I want to see if anyone will pit or if they will stay out the entire race. I'm really looking to see if I can find something interesting. Well, Nico with a 3-second penalty. It does seem that the midfield is quite spread out with the interval times, but the top drivers seem to be a bit closer. And we have Blackwell with another 3-second penalty. As I say now for the third time, it will be very interesting to see when, or not when, how the times will look during the end of the session. I don't have that much to say. There isn't really anything interesting going on at the moment. But will we see Diablo getting past Maestro? This is the closest battle from in 5 laps. Will Diablo get up to 12? And will they get up to 10th? But he gets a good slip, good exit on this main straight. They are now wheel to wheel. Him and Maestro. He outbreaks Maestro, but he's on the outside, and Maestro will have the inside. But now Diablo will have the inside for the next corner. Maestro gets a little push. He gets tapped and is forced to break. So Diablo, maybe Diablo made a okay overtake. I could imagine Maestro fuming a little bit at the moment. Was probably really liking being in 12th place. But T-Funk got past Colin for some instance, I don't remember. There aren't really that many interesting battles right now. Maybe, or just maybe, Rosberg will get past Hyper. It seems that Rosberg is a little bit better at braking right now. I feel like Hyper is braking a little bit too early, and we have Diablo with not another few second time penalty. Nico seems to having bad lines throughout the corners. If he would have had better lines, he would probably be faster. And he slams into the wall. Probably breaks a little bit of his wing. Hyper does let him pass. I do not know why though. Maybe he wants to battle Nico. I don't know. Seems like he's not actually taking this race seriously at the moment. I feel like this race could already be over for most of the midfield guys. But Diglett is quite close to Mailman. Will he get past during Soccerdish, but the main straight. He's gonna try for a dive bomb. He taps Mailman, and the tires was stuck. Mailman will, because of that, being way ahead of Diglett during the straight. But now I want to see if Hyper could get past Nico. He slips on the outside curb. He lost grip, and Nico is now increasing a whole lot of time onto Hyper. To Hyper. But will Hyper? But will Hyper get close enough to Nico to maybe get past him once again? And Diglett gets past Mailman. There's probably a really good slipstream by Diglett, but Mailman may come back during the start-finish straight. We have Diablo retiring from the session. Why? I don't know. Seems like Diglett has really stopped defending, because Mailman is now getting pushed back. But this is the closest car at the moment to another, so this is the main fight right now. Or maybe you can see Hyper getting past Nico. He was thinking about dive bombing right there. He's probably gonna try it during this main straight. Will he use the slipstream to his advantage? But is he close enough to Nico to get the slipstream. He gets a little bit slipstream, but it's not enough to get past Nico. Hyper's now fairly close to Nico. Will he use a slipstream to his advantage again during the back straight in Silverstone? We will find out. I don't think it's close enough to be using the slipstream right now. You never know. We currently have around 5 laps left in this session. It seems like most of the drivers have set their finishing positions right now. We have Hyper with 3-second time penalty. It's quite easy to get past or to get time penalty in the first corner. For some reason Nico doesn't seem to be defending that much. Has he lost fuel? No, doesn't seem like it. But we have here Bazooka here at under half a second to Hidden. Oh, will he get past Hidden during the main straight? Will he use his slipstream? Mayman for his second time penalty. Will he dive bomb Hayden? No, he won't. He backs off, trying to be faster in the corners. Seems like Hidden is defending pretty much all they can. Bazooka had weird, I don't want to say steering malfunction, but it seemed like that he swings the car a little bit too much, loses a little bit of grip, or not grip, but loses a bit of speed. But he kind of picks it up during Magnus and Beckett's. But then stays in a comfortable first place, which will, in my opinion, probably be his finishing position. We have Nico fairly close to Hyper at half 2 attempts. He doesn't seem to want to dive bomb into first corner, which is quite understandable. The car is quite fast, and that will make for an awful crash in the end. But will he have the slipstream to get past Hyper and get into the points during the first round of the second season? Bazooka is now really close to Hidden. Will he get them on this on the main straight? If he gets a good enough exit, maybe he will use all your ERS right now. Hidden stays in a comfortable first place with there only being 4 laps left to go. One can only hope for more wheel-to-wheel action during these final laps. And we have good production value here as I'm yawning for the mic. It is quite but still going to be taking the penalty, but it's quite late over here in Sweden. It's currently 10 o'clock over here. but will Bazooka get past Hidden? Seems like Hidden is mostly defending but all he can, and it seems to be working out right now. And we have Swanee with another 3-second time penalty. A lot of penalties. The race results will have changed a lot when the race ends. But it seems like most of the positions are now set. The only ones that I can think of changing is the fight for first and the fight for 10th place. Bazooka is fairly close to Hidden. Will he get enough slipstream during the straights to get put into first? We'll see. And Maestro has been given a 3-second time penalty. I really wonder if the top 3 drivers will get pushed down. Okay, maybe this is a midfield drivers getting brought up after the results has been put in. Anyway, TJ with fastest time at the 1:44.1. Really good stuff from him. There's not much faster than the last fastest lap that we had. But I just want to see if Bazooka has enough slipstream to get past Hidden. He goes for the outside lane, taps Hidden a little bit in the rear, has to back off. But will he get a good enough exit? He gets a little bit of slipstream. Will he get a good enough? Does he have a good enough exit to get past Hidden? Maybe for Magnus and Beckett he will. They seem very close. It could be going down to the wire right now, because they may clinch just into the last corner during the next lap, which is the final lap. And I'm hoping that we may see some overtakes, or at least one overtake from Bazooka on Hidden. But it does seem like these results will stay to the race end. Yeah, right now it seems like Hidden is gonna stay in first. Bazooka is currently trying his best to get past Hidden and get the first place. He wants to get 25 points out of 17. Which is 15, I can't remember. He has an okay run during the main straight. Hidden is quite slow throughout some corners. Will Bazooka have good enough exit to get past Hidden? We will see. Hidden gets a better exit actually, because of the dirty air that he's giving Bazooka. But I feel like he has to defend quite hard to make Bazooka stay behind him. but they will sure enough be going over the line. And there you have it. And Swanee gets past Bazooka during the last corner. Bazooka made a really bad mistake, but TJ still comes in third. Huh? Maybe because of, yeah, the time difference because of penalties. So right now we have Hayden in first. Really good work from him. I give you a clap. We have Bazooka in second. I can also give you a clap for some nice work. Good, good try pursuing Hayden. TJ has gets past Swanee. Swanee is looking good in third position there, but it didn't work out in the end. Hayden is gonna Hyper is gonna get lonesome 1 point, unfortunately, in this race, unless he makes an atrocious mistake during the last corners. Meerman gets another 5-second penalty. What? And he goes into the pits? Huh? Okay. But anyhow, Hyper will be going over. Oh, okay. So Meerman is trying to make his dive penalty on the last lap. Why? Why would you? But it has been a really good race. Some nice fights, mostly in there with top 3 drivers. We have some drivers commending each other in the chat, saying good race. Most from the top 2, Hidden and Bazooka. And after all the penalties are in, we have Hidden in first, Bazooka in second, TJ in third, Swanee with in fourth, T-Funker with no penalty in fifth, Colin in sixth with no penalty, Diglett in seventh, Blackwell in eighth, Mayoman in ninth, Nico in 10th, Hyper in 11th, Maestro in 12th, Diablo in 13th, Button in 14th, Ryder in 15th, Dead in 16th, and Jacob in 17th. This has been a really good race, mostly in the top 3 positions, but this has been the first round of the second season of the Rising Phoenix Racing League, and next time out we will be going on to Austria, and we will see even faster times posted by these drivers, and we will see some spins or taps into the second corner of Austria up the hill. We just have to find out, and I will see you there next Friday at 8 PM at in Austria at Spielberg. See you then.